Hello, everybody. My name is Mike Revitt. I'm a database migration specialist here at AWS. I work in the Database Freedom team, and this is a team that's been created to help our customers modernize their database estates. I'm joined today by Maciej and Piotr from LoopMasters, and they're going to talk about the journey that their companies had and how they've modernized their environment to take advantage of the new opportunities that are presenting themselves to them. So, if we have a quick look at the Database Freedom Program, this is a program that was created just over 3.5 years ago now. And we created this program, whereas with most things that we do, based on feedback from our customers. Our customers are looking to modernize their estates, take advantage of new technologies, move towards a microservices architecture, increase their agility and flexibility. These are all the stories and messages that we're getting from our customers. And so, in order to help our customers move away from their traditional on premise databases into cloud native databases, we've created this program to help them on that journey. There's two sides to the program. There's the commercial elements where we address the cost of dual running. We're aware of the fact that these are complex journeys that our customers are embarking on. And so, to address the cost of dual running, there's a financial side to the program that assists with that part of it. But the part that I'm on and what we're really going to focus on today is that it's the technical side of it. And this is, how do you refactor your databases? How do you modernize them to take advantage of these modern cloud features? If we look in the AWS portfolio, there's actually a lot of databases. We're very much of the mindset that customers should be able to choose what they want to use. It's all about choosing the right database for the right job. And so a large part about what I do when I'm working with customers on these modernization programs is working out which is the right engine in order to locate the new databases. And that can form quite a large part of the analysis process. But I'm not going to focus too much on that today. I really want to get into the message from LoopMasters, and I want to understand what their journey was all about and how they took advantage of these benefits. So I'm going to start with Maciej, and if you'd like to introduce yourself, Maciej, and just tell me a little bit about what you do, but more importantly, I want you to tell me a little bit about LoopMasters and what it is you do as a company.
Okay, sure. My name is Maciej Dudek, and I'm a CTO at LoopMasters company. I'm with the company more than 10 years. And actually, the company itself was also founded more than 10 years ago by Matt Pelling. And we are a company which produce and sell sounds. It may sound funny for some of the people, but yeah, we produce and sell sounds for professionals like musicians, DJs, producers, and composers. They can buy these sounds from us and then build their music in their music software on their computers. At the very beginning, we were selling these sounds and distributing them on the CDs and DVDs. That's the first chapter of the company's history, and it was going pretty well for a couple of years. But then Matt decided to take another step in the future. And at that time, internet was becoming more and more popular and technically more and more capable of sending and downloading huge files, because sounds are usually like quite a big files, so they required quite some storage and a good bandwidth. So we decided to go to digital distribution. So instead of sending CDs or DVDs to people's home, our products were available as zip files and could be downloaded from the internet. And to be honest, it was quite a success. We were getting more and more customers and preparing more and more products, not only from our own label, LoopMasters, but LoopMasters.com site became like an e-commerce place for other labels. So we are also selling products from third parties. We had during these 10 years almost 100 labels in our catalog. So yeah, the product catalog was quite big, and over the years it was becoming even bigger and bigger. Of course, we started as a traditionally hosted website, but quite soon we realized that it's not going to work very well with this products catalog constantly growing. So one of the first services we looked at and used from AWS was, of course, the S3, the storage. It has at that time it had everything we needed. So it was a flexible storage. We didn't have to worry how much space we use, because actually it's unlimited. And we didn't have to predict how much storage we will use. We can constantly increase our storage in our buckets and use more. So we don't have to plan the storage. Because we have customers from all around the world. The company is based in the UK, but it's just one of our markets. We send in almost every country in the world. So we also wanted to provide a good service for our customers, and we want them to be able to download their products quickly. Every customer is getting angry when it's purchasing something and cannot get it immediately into their computer. So that's why we also decided to use CloudFront from Amazon, which is CDN basically. So thanks to that, our files were cached around the world, and the customer were able to get it quickly and start to producing their music quicker. So that's the second chapter in the LoopMasters history. And through the years, it was very successful story. Like each year we were getting more customers, each year we were getting new products and new labels on board. So 4 years ago, we decided that we have to make like a next step and to meet the new requirements from customers, and also extend our business. So we invented the product which is called Loop Cloud, and basically is a cloud service. Of course, at that time, all the cloud services became very popular, so we also decided to make ourselves modern and sexy. That's why we invented this Loop Cloud product. And basically, what we do with that is, previously, our products were available as a one single zip file, which customer had to download and then unzip on their computer, and were able to use all the sounds which were inside the zip file. With the Loop Cloud, we do one step further. We are allowing customers to work with each sound available in the product individually, so they can preview each sound individually. They can purchase each sound individually. We prepare the API on our servers and build a standalone application for Windows and the MacBooks, which allows people to use this service. And what is more important for all of you who works also on music, our desktop application automatically connects with your DAWs, so you can use our products, our sounds instantly when you're making music. With that in mind, what we did technically, we unzipped each of the files we had in catalog and stored each sound individually. Of course, we again used S3. Probably it wouldn't be even possible to do it with other type of the storage and the CDN as well. And yeah, these sounds are available for a customer as individual sounds, which makes the whole process more flexible, and also customers don't have to spend like a big amount of money for the whole product. They can choose like specific sounds which they would like to use and purchase just these specific sounds. So for the last couple of years, we were focusing on making this Loop Cloud product even better and even more useful for our customers. That's why we switched it to the subscription model, so people can subscribe either for monthly or annual plans. And each month they are getting some credits, which then can be spent on the sounds in our catalog. That's pretty much it in a nutshell, like 10 years of a history in 5 minutes.
Excellent. Yeah, fascinating business that you're involved in. I had a quick look at your website earlier on today, and it's a pretty sexy website. There's some really interesting
Thank
stuff
you.
on there. So yeah. So one of the things that strikes me about the journey that you've been on, you've gone from the old days of shipping DVDs and CDs, which I'm sure most of the people watching will remember, and you're now into a digital world, which is a very different world. I mean, I remember getting software delivered on CDs years ago, but as you say, now it's click and download. I'm imagining you must have faced some challenges with this transition. So what were the sorts of challenges that you faced which, as you went along this journey?
Yeah, thanks for that question, Mike. Yeah, in general, I always believe that technology should support the business. So first, we have this vision of what we want to create, and then we were choosing technology which could support us. And Amazon, with their services, played like very important role here. One of the most important thing, as I mentioned already, is the storage, the S3 storage. We wouldn't be able to do what we are doing now without it. We really appreciate how flexible it is, how fast it is, and how easy it is to connect to the your other product, the CD and CloudFront. It's literally like couple of clicks and it's ready. So what we had to do, we had to move our, at that time we had, when we were transitioning from the on-premise storage to the S3, as far as I remember, we had approximately about 20 terabytes of data. So yeah, we basically had to copy it to the S3. And one of the challenges here, which we wouldn't achieve on the premise installation, is that this catalog is constantly growing. We At the moment we have like 80 terabytes of data, of products, of files. So I cannot imagine how we could do that with just this standard on-premise hosting. The other challenges which we had is that we are really growing fast. So each year we had like a new bunch of customer and a lots of products. So we need to scale up. With S3, just with the storage, it's quite easy because you don't even have to think about it. It's instantly available there for you. But when it comes to the to application servers and all the other services supporting the web application, we also need to be scalable. Because we are growing, so we need more instances. We need more power. So with the EC2 concept, we are instantly able to add new instances. And what is also more important to say here is that our business is quite deal driven. So, for instance, when we have like huge promotions over the year, which happens sometimes, especially over the Black Friday, the traffic can double, triple within a couple of days. So we need to be able to react to this increased traffic and be able to provide stable service during that time. So what you can imagine, we need to be able to instantly scale up our applications and all their services, etc. So with the Amazon services, it's basically no brainer. You add instances, you can scale up your databases, etc. So yeah, it was like, to be honest, it was quite easy decision to do this transition, and so far we don't have anything to complain, only good words, because it's working fine, and it's supporting our ever growing business.
Okay, excellent. That's really good. I'm going to hand over to Piotr now to talk a little bit about how the technology in the AWS cloud helped them. But before you go into that, can you just tell our audience a little bit about yourself first?
Hello, I'm Piotr. I'm DevOps at LoopMasters. I'm working from 2019 for company, and I'm managing infrastructure. Uh, and yeah, so AWS help us achieve elasticity, and we probably couldn't get it from on-premise solution. So we wanted to focus on core business and not on reinventing technical wheels. Probably S3 and EC2 are most helpful for us, and we are able to scale up instances in few minutes and not waiting for new servers. Besides that, AWS help us with small things like maintenance servers. For example, AWS backups. So we are able to tag instances with proper tags, and service will take care about it. So this saves us also time. And another service is Security Hub. It helps us with improve security. And there are a lot of third-party plugins, so we don't need anymore integrate with another partners, and we have everything on dashboard. Okay.
Okay, excellent. And we've heard a lot about how you have to deal with the performance spikes. A lot about how S3 helped you with the flexibility that brings, and also EC2. But I also heard Maciej talk a little bit earlier on about some of the databases that underpin your catalogs and what have you. So can you tell me a little bit about the database that you're using, Piotr?
Yeah, our main concern was database performance, and we are very happy with Aurora performance. It's really twice or more performant than on-premise solution. So to handle spikes, we are able to run replicas, and also we are able to scale vertically in a few minutes. So that wouldn't be possible on on-premise solution. Also, we are able to scale up EC2 application servers in a few minutes before Black Friday, for example.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, and
One
good to
more
hear.
comment. One more comment on that, Mike,
Yeah,
if I may
certainly.
add. I remember when we were doing some tests with the databases, because normally we were using the MySQL server, database server, and you have this Aurora server, which is compatible with MySQL and PostgreSQL, as far as I know. And we were doing some experiments at the beginning, and we've noticed that just by moving from MySQL to Aurora, we got an instant boost. So just by changing the engine, we got instant boost in the performance. And to be honest, I was quite surprised because I wasn't expecting that. Of course, you can optimize further the Aurora, but we didn't do nothing. We just copied the data, and it was already better.
That's excellent to hear. Thank you for that. And if you think about, as your business has grown, and you've talked about, the growth in your catalog, other products that you bring in line, how is this ability to flex your database, to grow your EC2 and S3 environments, how is this affecting the bottom line of your business? What's the positive impact on your business of all this?
Okay, so I assume it's a question for me or for Piotr?
Yes, sorry. Yes, please, Maciej.
Okay, so with our latest service, which we introduced and which I already mentioned, the Loop Cloud, here we are really dealing with lots of data. We have like millions of records in our database, so we really need to look how to optimize it, because otherwise we won't be able to scale the business up. We won't be able to offer more products. We won't be able to offer more sounds for our customers. We won't be able to serve more. We won't be able to serve more customers at the same time, because what is more important with the Loop Cloud than with our standard loopmasters.com site, that here we are not dealing with just with the website, just with the business site, just with the store. When the store is closed, it's just closed. Yeah, it happens. Sometimes you need to shut it down for a maintenance and display nice message to the customers, and they can probably come back later. But with the Loop Cloud, we are offering a service. So it's a different story. It needs to operate constantly because people rely on that. They are making music with our service, so it needs to operate constantly. So apart from the flexibility of the growth, we also need the stability. So we really have to meet quite high SLAs, because it's not nice experience when you're working on something and maybe even performing in the front of the crowd, and the service on which you rely on is not responsive. It is down. So this is the situation which we really would like to avoid, and this is also like the core part of this feature of this business. I would say it again. It's we switched from selling products on a website to offering a service which needs to be stable, flexible, scalable, to give like a good user experience for our customers.
Excellent, thank you. And I'm going to come back to you in a minute, Maciej, and ask you about your future plans, because I've heard some rumours on the grapevine that you got some big plans. But before I go into that, I just want to ask Piotr about the other features. I'm interested to know, we've got a wealth of services in the AWS area. So we've heard a lot about S3, EC2, some of the databases, the Aurora MySQL that you're using. I want to know if there's any of the other features or services that you're looking at expanding into, maybe some of the other areas, growth potentials that you've got.
Yes, Aurora serverless option is very curious for us. So we would like to achieve more performance and savings. Also, this Graviton new processors, it's very tempting for us. And we would like to experiment more with new services, new approach, like new databases, no SQL, and serverless functions, and more probably. Also, we introduce AI to our new product, Loop Cloud 6, and users are loving it. So I think AI would be future of our development.
Yeah, that's fascinating. I wasn't aware that you're actually starting to look at AI. So, can you just expand on that? So, how are your consumers taking advantage of AI? I'm assuming it's choosing music for them. I'm guessing, but how does that work? I'm intrigued.
I could quickly do the introduction for you, Mike, and for the listeners. Yeah, we have like two, probably even more, but two quite sexy features in our Loop Cloud 6 version, which boost people's creativity and help them to achieve their goals faster. And in terms of Loop Cloud, it means find the sounds you need faster. So we have two features which allow you to find similar sounds. So for instance, you found one sound, but you would like to explore more and search, for instance, for similar guitar or similar bass or similar drums. So with this feature of searching similar sounds, you can achieve it within seconds. And the other feature is find matching sounds, which is even bigger in my opinion, because what it does for our customers, assume you again started building your song or your, I don't know, your music stuff, and you're usually starting from one sound. And you need other sounds which are complementary for that one. So using our also AI-based feature, finding matching sounds, you can find matching sound by harmonic and also by rhythmic. You can find more sounds which goes well with the sound from which you started. So within seconds, sometimes minutes, you have a sketch of your song, which then you can later work on in your DAW or somewhere else in your professional music software. So we think that boosts people's creativity and allow them to start building the music faster.
That's fascinating. Thank you. Yeah, and bringing it back to a more mundane, if you like, technical thing. Something I picked up on that Piotr said was about looking at our serverless technology as well, which is, I say, so it's not so much for the customer's point of view, but from your point of view, you've mentioned the Black Friday events and things like that. So, as you're very well aware, the serverless, I'm guessing, is allowing your databases to just grow based on demand, so you no longer have the maintenance. So I'm assuming that's helping you grow, is it? Or have I got that right, how that's helping your business?
Yeah, absolutely. I have to say that I love concept of a serverless approach, and I think in a couple of years we'll forget about the servers. And some people will work on the servers, which needs there to be able to run these serverless services. But from developers point of view, or a people point of view, I think serverless approach is amazing, and I'm expecting it to grow in the nearest future. And of course, we would like to also benefit from it. Possibly the serverless databases is the first step, but we would like to see this concept also elsewhere. For instance, we already started using the Lambda service, and we are also experimenting more with that, and plan to use it in the future as well.
Excellent, excellent. That's really good to hear. Just keeping an eye on time, got to make sure we don't run over. But I do want to go back to you, Majay, because I've heard a rumor that you've got some grandiose plans, some real advances that you're moving towards. That this foundation that you've set is really going to help you for. So can you share any of that with us?
Yeah, absolutely. Last year was quite a busy for us, and it ended with really big news because LoopMasters company and also our other brand Plugin Boutique, where we sell software for musicians. These two companies were acquired by the Beatport.com. This is the company also from the same industry, but they are selling songs. So we are operating now in a bigger group, Beatport Group, but this is all like for the same group of customers, yeah, for musicians, for people who create music, for people who play music professionally, like DJs. So we are now operating in this group, and we would like to grow our business based on that foundation, to offer better services for our customers, more comprehensive, and also propose some new approach maybe to this business, offer new products, new access to music or songs. For instance, Beatport is running quite similar solution to our Loop Cloud. It's called Beatport Link, and basically what it allows, it's also like a service but for DJs, so they can play music on an event in the front of the crowd, and the songs are downloaded from the internet, so people don't need to carry anything. Yes, some years ago they were carrying vinyls, later CDs, later on they were carrying hard drives and connecting them to the laptop. But this is also like a next step. You just need to carry anything. You just need your machine, and you just need an internet connection. So yeah, I really think it's the future. And to get together with Beatport, we will be working in the nearest future to create some more comprehensive offer for our customers. So that was a really big year for us, and really it's also changing massively our future, and also the future of our customers, because we hopefully we think that we will offer better and new ideas and a new approach to music and making music in the near future. You'll hear about it for sure.
That's excellent. Thank you very much for that. We're almost out of time, but before we go, I just want to tell our audience about a new feature or a new service that we've got as part of our database migration service. Not one that you've had to take advantage of at LoopMasters, because you've been evolving into the cloud as you've grown. This one's more aimed at our customers that have traditional applications that they may have running on premise. So yeah, everybody wants to take advantage of the cloud, but there's always this challenge about how do I do it? How do I afford to do it? How do I get the skills to do it? So this is something. It's a very common experience that a lot of our customers have told us that, whilst they absolutely want to embrace this new world of cloud services and microservices and the new cloud native databases, the transformation of their on-premise applications is a daunting task, and it's not a skill set they've got on-premise. So last year we launched our database migration accelerator. So this is another element of the Database Freedom Program, but in this case, we're not just looking at your databases, we're actually looking at the entire application stack. And so with the, as long as your applications meet the selection criteria for the service, we can offer, or we do offer, a fixed price and fixed scope conversion service, where as long as you can give us the application code, the database structure, some test data, and a test plan, we will convert those applications from their traditional commercial engine into a cloud native engine, all as I said, a fixed price, fixed scope service. So that's it's a service that's growing quite rapidly. We're seeing a huge amount of demand for this. The service is actually based here in the UK. Here in EMEA. It's an EMEA-based service, so that helps because it's all in our time zone. And so, yeah, absolutely. If you want to know any more about that, we've got some material on the website. These slides will be made available later on. So there's a number of lines of information on that site for you. So if you have any questions about any of the database freedom services, the database migration accelerator I've just told you about, or indeed anything that you've heard Maciej and Piotr from LoopMasters talk about, then please get in contact with your account manager, and we'll be more than happy to help you with that. So I'd like to say thank you very much to Maciej and Piotr, and thank you
Mike.
all for
Thank you.
your attendance today, and I hope you found it very informative. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting us.
You're very welcome.